Fourth quarter of action between the Imus Brotherhood and the Quezon Huskers. Imus on a 4-game losing streak, while Quezon is seeking their 7th straight win.
It's very balanced scoring all throughout the first 3 quarters by Quezon, scoring 19, 21, and 22 respectively. On the other hand, Imus has been struggling this whole game, only scoring 6, 11, and 21.
And their field goal shooting also shows the disparity in that regard. 49% for Quezon in this game. Imus shooting just 32%. And Quezon having 11 more attempts from the field sa laro na to. Vince Magbuhos, a very well-balanced game para sa kanya. One of 6 Huskers who were drafted in last Sunday's PBA draft. That's not a good sign. Fuentes falls down after the shot.
Might be a landing spot again.
That's the last thing you want to see, especially in a game like this.
Especially also with the playoffs nearing by.
Yes.
You hate to see a player, especially a player like Judel Fuentes, injured like that.
Fuentes, of course, leading scorer for Quezon this year. Take a look at what happened. Soriano tries to find the screen. Actually, mukhang doon pa sa paa ni Vince Magbuhos. Nahulog yun. Oo.
Yeah, it was off Vince's foot. Well, Vince was pushed by Errol Soriano,
yes.
That's why.
That's a pity. And he's still trying to shake it off, but he's now up on his 2 feet. Medyo favoring lang yung kaliwang paa.
Yeah, but good to see him walk off the court by himself.
Oh, we hope Judel will be okay, especially because they are nearing the end of their regular season. Itong Quezon Huskers, just like all of the other teams here in the league. Palapit na ng palapit ang ating play-in. Palapit na ng palapit ang ating playoffs. Gravera, nobody in the middle. He had bad intention
that
there.
That was almost a posterizer by Gravera right there, Javi.
Sheesh. Rodel Gravera participated in our dunk competition last Saturday. Did not really get to perform that well, but if you get this dunk in a game, then that really just
that's good
makes up for a lot of it. Yeah.
Would have been part of our top 10 highlights.
For sure. That might have even been the top 1 play. We'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the Mpbl.
2 for 2 for Gravera, who has 2 points in this game.
A minute gone by here in the 4th quarter. Jedong at the controls here for Imus.
I like how they're playing Belenchon. Very tight, not giving him space.
And they give him the offensive rebound. Unfortunately, Basibas could not convert. He gets it back, draws the foul. Laban dito kay Rodel Gravera. Basibas has been successful in a lot of his exploits here in this game. I think they should go to him more, especially here if they're still trying to make a comeback.
Yes, I agree, Javi. They should include Basibas in their primary options rather than just Doligon and De La Cruz. They should go to him more on the post.
There's a technical foul against Quezon. I think Gravera was called for that technical, the resentment to the call. There you see Coach Eric Gonzalez and Coach Nash Rosella. Although not anymore coaching together in college, but these two have really seen a lot of action together coaching on the sidelines. Siyempre si Coach Nash, head coach pa rin ng Adamson, and Coach Eric, former FEU head coach, now on the staff of Coach Goldwyn Monteverde at UP.
Transition again for Quezon.
Pagaran, he has that shot in his arsenal. Wala yan. Tap out of bounds in favor of the Huskers. David De La Cruz back in the game para kay Jedong. So Imus right now, if a miracle doesn't happen anymore, para sa kanila in this game. With a loss here, they will drop down to 9-18, which breaks the tie with the Sarangani Gripper.
Yes, a loss today would basically assure them that they're not gonna be able to compete for a play-in spot.
This was a must-win situation para sa kanila, and that just effectively puts them out of contention. Well, obviously Quezon already with the lock-in on the top spot. That's a big blow by Doligon on the smaller Topping Lagrama. Let's go courtside to Miss Gianna Llanos.
Javi and Andre, quick update on Judel Fuentes na apakan daw niya ang paa ni Vince Magbuhos and the impact caused pressure on his ankle, but he's fine right now. He was even joking around with his coaches. I did want to share this about Judel. Sabi niya, hindi niya in-expect na siyang magiging All-Star MVP for last weekend's game, but he remembers a conversation with his teammates Sawat, Camzon, Manzo at De Leon that they have to do everything to get the win. His continued success happened the next day when he was drafted in the PBA. He said that joining the draft was actually a last-minute decision. He only gathered his requirements on the final day of filing. Worth it now. Because he said being drafted was a dream come true. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat. Wow, I did not know that, ha? Wala pa pala siyang balak magpa-draft sana.
Yes, I heard from one of the staffs of Quezon there, si Rain Tigzon, that Judel didn't really want to join this year's draft.
And did she tell you why?
She didn't Personal reasons, probably.
Well, whatever happens, he's had a stellar professional career so far, and we wish him well. Mark Doligon.
I think this is where he's more effective at the post rather than isolating at the top of the key.
Dahil minsan ako yung napapagod para sa kanya when he tries to break down his defender.
Oo, kaya nga mas tingin ko mas effective para sa Imus if they bring him to the post and let him work from there.
Especially because he's taller than a lot of the players.
Also heavier.
Here he is in transition. He draws the foul. That's gonna count para kay Mark Doligon. Pero 24 pa rin ang hinahabol dito ng Imus Brotherhood. One of the rare transition opportunities in this game.
Yes, this is where they get most of their efficient points in the transition. Good post move there by Doligon.
Getting past that double team. Drop step. Effective for Mark Doligon. 67-43. Time slowly slipping away here for a possible comeback for Imus. Quezon looking to hold on to this. Lagrama gets it to Pagaran. They move the ball around. Back to Topping. Christian has it again. Baseline jumper will fall down para kay Christian Pagaran.
Yes, that easy basket was made possible by the quick and solid passes by Quezon.
Oh, Mark Doligon with the second motion there after that hit by Joshua Hierro. It's the last thing you want to see in a game like this where everything's been practically decided. If you're Imus, this definitely is not a class act. Being down by 25 and still having these kinds of things. Oh, hindi pala. It was actually Hierro who went for that hit.
Okay, so now we know why Doligon reacted in a certain way.
Yeah.
He was smacked at the back by Joshua Hierro.
I thought it was Doligon who had the hit first. Well, hinawakan niya yung shorts ni Hierro, pero si Hierro pala ang humampas. After the review, let's see what happens here.
Is it going to be another unsportsmanlike foul? Or a disqualifying foul?
There definitely was no play on the ball. We should get at least an unsportsmanlike foul there.
Joshua Hierro is third. Unsportsmanlike foul on number 41. Joshua Hierro is fourth foul.
So a foul on Hierro and an unsportsmanlike foul laban sa kanya. Quezon not yet in the penalty, so it's just 2 free throws plus ball possession for Mark Doligon and the Imus Brotherhood. Ooh, tough miss right there for Doligon. Imus shooting 10 out of 14 from the free throw line in this game.
Doligon also the only player in double figures for Imus with 18 points.
No, I'm sorry, Quezon is already in the penalty, but in that type of situation, lagi mangingibabaw yung graver goal, no?
Yes, I agree, Avi.
Doligon, that's a tough look para sa kanya.
I'm very impressed with his conditioning, Javi. Grabe, it's the fourth quarter and he's still making those shots.
It has been a rather Jordan-esque season para sa kanya. He's really carried this team on his back this year.
Yes, I agree. All throughout the season, he's been consistent in scoring for the Imus Brotherhood.
And he's never done anything like this before. I mean, maybe we would see some small flashes of it, but not to this extent. Talagang hirap tumatira niya, most of them, pero pumapasok eh. And he's had games this season where he would score beyond the 20-point mark. At yung mga tira niya, talagang hindi madadali eh.
Yeah, they're all tough shots.
You definitely not expect that coming from Mark. Especially because he's been in the league for quite some time already.
Yeah, and this is the first time that he's had a role like this on a team. So
Yes.
he's carrying it quite well, Javi.
No doubt about that. At free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. 5 minutes and 20 na natitira dito sa ating laro. The score is 71-48. Really going to be very tough for Imus to make a comeback here unless things shift suddenly on the side of the Brotherhood. But with the way everything has been going, Quezon looking to hold on to their 7th straight victory here. As we approach the halfway point, Lagrama gets hit and scores the bucket. Another defensive breakdown there for the Brotherhood.
Yeah, very good decision there by Topping Lagrama, making use of a hesitation, fast, low, fast pace. As you see here with Sarao rolling, he first tries to look for the roller, but when he sees that the roller's blocked, takes it straight to the cup for his 9th point of the game.
And to the delight the many Quezon fans here in the venue, behind their bench. Failing to get into double figures there was Topping Lagrama. Was there any point in your Mpbl career that you have had to guard Topping Lagrama, Dre?
Fortunately, no. Buti na lang, hindi. Kasi I've played in games where I've seen him. Grabe. Iba yung sa TV pero iba yung nakikita mo in person. Yung bilis, yung gaano ka matikas yung crossover, yung decision making. So it's very, very tough coverage for anyone who's guarding Topping Lagrama.
Really such a remarkable Mpbl player. More than just a highlight reel. Ito si Topping.
Another isolation situation.
Doligon now has Abundo on him. That's a smaller defender. Oh, but he still manages to pull up for a jump shot there. I thought the better option was to go to the post.
Yeah, he now has 23 points. Almost half of his team's output.
I think for the rest of the game, it's just going to be a Mark Doligon show here for Imus. Belenson now with the rock. Let's see if they go back to Mark on this one.
Good coverage again on Belenson.
Abundo continues to be the one trying to deny him. Basibas will take it and make it.
Yes, whenever Belencion's using a pick, the coverage that Quezon is using on him is a hard show, which takes away his 3-pointer, his step back. So very good defensive scheme here by Quezon Huskers.
Brotherhood commits a foul. Only their 3rd team foul here in the quarter. Lagrama takes out his defender. The kick out. Abundo for 3. Yes, sir. Alvin Abundo having some quality minutes in this game. Of course, LJ Gonzalez is not suited up for Quezon sa laro na to. But to make it clear, he will not sit out the rest of the season. Just this game for Quezon. That's Alvin Abundo. him and Topeng Lagrama getting some extended minutes due to the absence of their lead point guard. 80-53 ang ating tala dito. As well as on Solar Sports, Quezon only has 2 games ahead, and that's against Zamboanga and Muntinlupa on September 20 and September 26 respectively. That game against Zamboanga should be a good one. Muntinlupa, they're really in a bit of a, not actually a bit, they're really in a slump right now.
Yeah, they started off the season really well, but eventually, is it through injuries, Javi, or just through their schedule?
I think it's a mix of both, and yeah, I think it's also the schedule. Really didn't face some tough opponents to start the season, but when they finally did, dun talaga sila nasubukan. They're now on one of the longest losing streaks, if not the longest so far, active here in the league. I think it's already up to 12 straight losses for the Muntinlupa Cagers, but they're still in the number 9 spot in the Southern Division, so they still have a chance to crack the top 8. Pero mukhang sa play-in na nila magagawa yun.
Good move there by Basibas, using a spin move and a left-hand finish.
Basibas, really versatile forward who can make the outside shot. He can do a lot of things. Put the ball on the deck, and he has really been converted much more to a 4 guy here for Imus because of their lack of size.
Guy plays like a stretch 4 role, who can knock down threes, but can also put the ball down, attack the rim.
Way downtown, that's Long Tagle. Good box out against JP Belenson. Good box out against JP Belenson. Are gonna run a set here. Dario, he struggled with his shot all night long. He likes this coverage against Errol Soriano. Step back, that is butter para kay Diego Dario.
Oh, what a tough shot there by Diego Dario, scoring his 8th point with a sidestep 3-pointer.
You know what they say, you can't keep a good man down.
Yeah, he's definitely picked it up a notch, struggling early. But through facilitating, he's found his rhythm also, scoring 8 points.
I think he's made his last 3 shots. He started 0 of 5. He's now 3 out of 8. This is our Gixxer great move of the game, born for greatness.
Yeah, beautiful drop step, fake there by Doligon.
An air ball for Jamie De La Cruz. Have you ever shot an air ball?
On the free throw? I don't think so.
Parang isa yan sa mga dapat hindi mo gawin sa isang laro, no?
Yes, I agree.
Dahil for sure, di ka nang titigilan ng mga teammates mo pagkatapos.
Oh, very aggressive again.
Foul is gonna be against Eman Tagle.
Hard to stop Doligon once he has his head down, attacking that rim.
Yeah.
Parang freight train eh.
Yes, sir. He's our version of maybe a mix of a LeBron James and a little Kobe Bryant, I must say.
Yes. That Kobe Bryant with his fadeaways.
Yeah.
LeBron with his physicality down low.
Yes, sir.
That's a very accurate description.
Although the free throws, not much like those 2 players that we mentioned. 85-56. Another dominant showing by Quezon. They will play their final 2 games against Zamboanga and Muntinlupa. Zamboanga really has to be very wary of Quezon at this point. They're very sharp. They look like they're peaking at the right time. Doligon mono against Tagle. Double cross. Fade away. That was way short.
Pagod na ata. Finally.
I won't be surprised. But for sure, at the end of the season, I would like to watch someone compile a Mark Doligon highlight reel.
It's going to be full of buckets. Scoring outside, inside, off the dribble, off the catch.
Tsaka yung mga tipo ng tira na mapapasigaw ka na lang sa bigla
He's a tough shot maker.
Yeah, he is a tough shot maker. Ang gugulat na lang siya dun sa mga ginagawa niya eh.